जो entrepreneurship के बारे में 4-5 बातें बोल दीजिए and you can just leave. Okay, guys, people don't want to be responsive here, so can't help much. So the reason why I said that I missed out on IIT in my plus two, because when I missed that IIT part, I joined a local engineering college in Hyderabad. My friends repeated for IIT, and in my batch, there was only one guy who got into in the whole plus two batch. After repeating, few others got into IITs. But I always had this kind of a perspective that how am I less than someone? Does a college decide someone's caliber? Why am I not getting a right opportunity? What is the difference between a premier institute and a tier one college or a tier two college? Why people are differentiated based on the college when one day, how can it decide the difference between someone and you? You might have friends in IITs also, your plus two classmates and stuff. Do you feel that are you less compared to them? Are you less in talent or something like that? Are you? Are you less than someone? Do you have less? No. Devan says no. Siddharth says no. Yeah, came cho, yeah, at least Gujarat is responding. Warangal is silent. Warangal is silent. Kerala is silent. Okay. The reason is the personal problem which I faced, and that was a reason for Stumax. So any entrepreneur, when they start or when they take up an entrepreneurship as a career, the purpose behind that problem should be so strong that motivates you to wake up and create your own schedule, or motivate yourself from leaving a nice well paid job or leaving US, have a US opportunity and a nice job in New York, leaving the job, staying back in India, running a company. You should have a great purpose. That's the basic core aspect of today's topic called entrepreneurship as a career. If you want to take up entrepreneurship as a career, it is not just becoming a fancy title called chief executive officer, printing a visiting card. That's not the great thing. Guys, the reason why I wanted it to be a kind of a career for me was a strong purpose behind the the whole platform itself. There are lakhs of students. There's a village in Hyderabad, on the outskirts of Hyderabad. The number of students in that village, the colleges there are a bunch of private engineering colleges in a village. And the number of students in that village is the number of students more than all the students in the whole IITs in India. The number of students in one particular village outside Hyderabad, then strength is more than the number of students in the whole India. When the volume is this much, why aren't we getting right opportunities? If someone realizes, okay, Siddharth says, like, brother, in my plus two, I was having fun, but later I realized what's my capability. I worked on myself. I am as good as someone who is in a premier institute, but why I'm not getting an opportunity, the same opportunity I deserve to. So that was the pain point where I thought, let's create a kind of a campus ecosystem called digital campus ecosystem called StuMags in the year 2015. After resigning Infosys, because I was part of campus hiring in Infosys, and we used to go to lots of rural areas and towns to pick up students for campus hiring. Then I understood the point. Okay, fine, students are awesome. Students need a platform to be discovered. If you are standing on a pedestal, you're visible more. So now it's not here. I'm not telling my autobiography here that I did this, I did that. But the point what I'm trying to arrive at is, if the purpose is strong, then take up entrepreneurship as a career. The first point, the reason or the purpose behind it starting that business. Unless if it is not strong enough or concrete enough, or it doesn't motivate you much, then there is no point in taking up entrepreneurship as a career. And the second point, which is very, very crucial when you're taking up entrepreneurship as a career, is that how you are able to delegate or Identify the right resources so that the work can be delegated. See, no companies are built by individuals. No companies are built by individuals at all. You should be a team player. That's what teachers in the great organizations like IEEE now. In the student age, when you have a chapter, you have a chair, you have a treasurer, you have a vice president. There are different roles, and this chapter teaches you how to work with the other person. Some people, am I right or not? When you are working in a team, and the teamwork which you are there, let's say someone is a chair among you, someone is a conference chair. If you're doing a conference, someone is a treasurer, someone is heads marketing, someone heads ads. So when you're there are working with people, how to identify the strength of that person? Because if you don't have a right person in a right place, the work doesn't happen the way it has to. And when you remember this point, you evolve as an entrepreneur, you evolve as a leader, and that leadership skill will take you long places. So it's like, when if you want to take up entrepreneurship as a career, you need to have that knack of spotting talent. When you have a knack of spotting talent, you should be a, I'm not saying all introverts can't run it, but at least you should have a co-founder who is an extrovert. At least someone should be there for you in your leadership team who can gel with people. The people management, spotting talent is very, very crucial, because products and entrepreneurs just alone can't build the whole thing. It is about the people who are behind it matter a lot when you are taking up entrepreneurship as a career. Because if you don't know, Devansh and Siddharth says that we both are good friends. Let's start a company, and it looks good on paper. You are my co-founder, I am your co-founder, and good, looks good on paper. Launch a prototype, but again, is it practical? Are we complementing our strengths? Are both of our strengths are same? If you don't analyze that, unless, because if it's a battery and if it has the same kind of a poles, it doesn't work. A battery should have a plus and a minus. If it doesn't have a plus and minus, there is no flow. The same thing with an entrepreneur. When someone is taking up an entrepreneurship as a career, how you identify people who are unlike you but morally they are like you, who are unlike you in strengths. Am I making sense? Am I boring you guys? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, type yes in the chat. So, okay, thank you. God bless me. God is very kind. At least 4 or 5 people have texted. The reason why I keep doing this is it's kind of a motivation for us to speak, because it's, if you are on this side of the table and you're seeing yourself on the screen and you're talking, people once in a while they think that you're mad. So, okay, guys. So now the third point, after talking about the 2 points when you want to take up an entrepreneurship as a career, purpose and people, P and the P, how you identify the right set of people. If you have that knack of spotting talent. The third quality when you want to take up entrepreneurship as a career, are you relevant? When you say relevance to the societal stuff, because I might have a great idea. I say, like, let's launch an e-commerce marketplace now. Let's launch a e-commerce website where I can buy things. I'm 2020. I'm in 2021. Does it excite someone now? Does it excite someone saying that I will start an e-commerce website? Is it relevant today? Is it relevant today according to the time? Yes or no? Is it relevant? No. Suha says no. Siddharth says no. So today, if someone says that I will want to start an e-commerce website today, people don't get excited. People don't, people say, like, Rahul says, sorry, boss, I won't support you. Because today, it's been a decade of entrepreneurs who took up the whole e-commerce route. The whole challenge here is about what unique thing you are doing. What is a relevant thing that you are doing that matters a lot. Because lots of people fail because Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon, he started with books. He understood the whole business. He understood the inventory management. He understood the supply chain. Then he added lots of other things. But today, people want to start directly Amazon. It's not possible because Amazon is not just e-commerce business or just a website. It is about the supply chain. But just change the whole premise. The moment if I say, I'll ask another question to you guys now. How, how come if I say I'll start an e-commerce website with delivery less than 1 hour? If I say your products will get delivered in less than an hour, will it sound relevant now? If people say that, okay, I'll start a website or e-commerce, yes, the beauty is here. So how are you relevant now? Now it is like if you just go beyond it, if you want to take up entrepreneurship as a career, hear about that what's that blue ocean thing. There is a nice theory in Harvard Business Review called as blue ocean. You know, there's something called red ocean, blue ocean. Did anyone hear about this? Blue ocean theory? Blue ocean is one of the theories which was proposed in Harvard University. The beauty of that theory is like, you have a large ocean, everyone keeps doing the same work. People, there are lots of crowded marketplace and they fight with each other. When you fight with each other, the blood comes out of people. That's a red ocean. And there is certain sector where someone does something where no one else tried it. But there is blue ocean because there are hardly any players inside the market. It is almost like if you work, if you succeed, you go places. So it's as similar to the 80-20 parity rule, where 20 people, 80% are the regular stuff, 20% is the unique thing. What is a novelty factor? When you do that, if you execute it right, how to execute it right? We need to get validated. If we do a survey, now what am I doing? The moment I ask a question, there is some response from 5 to 10 folks here and there out of 45 plus people who are on this call. So when I get that response from people, I am validating the question. I am validating a premise. I am validating a statement. The same thing, that is a fourth point. If you want to take up entrepreneurship as a career, the biggest, the most important quality that you need to have is to get validated, is to listen, is to ask questions and ask for a feedback to get validated by people. Because what happens is like, I like my idea. I like my idea. If you like your idea, it doesn't matter. Yes, it matters to have a conviction till a certain point of time. But are you asking relevant people or the right people or your potential customers the right questions? When you're asking right questions, tomorrow they are your prospective customers for your own product. And the moment they become prospective customers, the initial set of customers are your first marketeers. They spread the word about you. They talk about your product. They talk about your platform. They tell others, okay, man, I bought something. We all have this habit. When we buy something new, we try to flaunt it to our friends group or family group. We tell people, okay, boss, I got something new. I got it from this website. The quality is great. People talk about it. They're super spreaders. The moment when you hear this thought, that validation and not having loving mother syndrome, and when you're a listener, others feel important. As an entrepreneur, you need to make others feel important about themselves because they're giving an opinion to you. When you're listening to an opinion, when you give respect to the other person's opinion, they start respecting your product. There's a reason, if you observe customer success, in every company, there is a vertical called as customer success. You want your customer to be successful. You want your customer to be comfortable. Because every product you see here, guys, I'll just have a kind of a small interaction. Anyone can volunteer. What is Swiggy's business? Can anyone tell the basic thing? What is Swiggy's business? I know You know, but I need a specific answer which goes core into our point. Food delivery, says Devansh. Any more specific answers? Food delivery, everyone knows. Okay. Here I'm not here to.
Getting food from local hotels.
Okay, taking from the local players. Any more answers? The reason why I'm stressing more is like I have something very specific to cover when you want to look at entrepreneurship, how basic things, because things people think about complex stuff. Speed. Awesome, Devansh. Awesome. Fetching foreign investors, all these things are fine. Anu Reddy is fast. Fast, speed. I'm talking about this basic unit. The reason why I'm saying, because you're all prospective entrepreneurs or wannapreneurs or potential entrepreneurs, whatever way we call them as. If you see, there are two extremes in entrepreneurship, my dear friends. Two extremes. One extreme is about simple things. Very, very, very simple things done at a scale. Simple things done at a scale where there's a very basic concept. There are only three things, guys: distance, speed, time. They are very basic units. Am I right or not? We all studied distance, we all studied speed, we all studied time. There's a formula also, right? Kilometer per hour. What is distance by time is equal to speed. The whole point, if you see these three parameters called distance, speed, time, am I able to get something in a specific distance at a faster pace in less time? That's how you define. You see, Uber, simple idea. There was hotels before Swiggy. There were travels before Ubers and Ola. The difference is now I am getting at my fingertips. In travels, I didn't knew that there was a travel shop in my next lane. But today, Olas or Ubers will tell me that, okay, Rapidos will tell me that there is a bike there or there is a car which is very nearby on your phone. So when you're seeing entrepreneurship as a career, this is the as simplest. So sometimes when you're solving simple problems, many people understand. Many understand, that's how they become bigger companies. When someone wants to invest also, they also understand the company as investable. That's the other extreme. There is another extreme, the complex problem to solve. There's a company called Skyroot in Hyderabad. They send rockets. They build space shuttle. That's it. Easy to understand by everyone? Yes or no? Building space shuttles or building a hardcore machine learning algorithm or with an artificial intelligence kind of a thing? Is it easy for everyone to understand? Yes or no? When you're building a space shuttle, the two extremes, right? One is basic. Is it easy to understand, Rahul? Okay. I'm saying my question, I think I have to correct my question. Is it easy for a common man to understand space shuttle? No. A common man doesn't understand, right? A space shuttle and the whole point of rocket. He says like, I am an Uber for satellites. If anyone builds satellites, they can use my space shuttle as a share option. They can share the space shuttle. They can send their satellites to space. That's his business called Skyroot. He's an ex-ISRO scientist, very good friend of mine, the founder, Mr. Pawan. So the two extremes now which we spoke, one extreme is something like very simple. They get funded, they become popular. The other extreme, they also get funded because an investor will put money into two things. One which he relates to, one which he understands. Investor always puts in the money into kind of an excitement kind of a thing, the in thing, the more popular thing, because Tesla or Elon Musk is doing something, someone else is doing the similar thing. I'm excited, so they put money into such things too. Simple example I'll give for everyone to understand. If you understand type yes after I convey this, there are only two types of movies which get very popular. One type of movie which is very raw, rustic. Lots of friends from Kerala. You see the raw movie like a Fahad Fasil doing a kind of a village movie kind of a thing. That is rustic. Such movies will get hit. Yes, Joji. So the other movie which gets very popular is like Bahubali. You jump from one mountain to another mountain, which is not possible for us, but we like it. We admire it. We see a Bahubali jumping from one mountain to one other mountain. You feel excited seeing them on the screen, which is not possible to you. So the point is, you like something at a grandeur scale or very simple rustic scale. That is entrepreneurship for you. One is extreme, which is wow factor. The other extreme is which is very realistic. Did I make sense with that example? Are you guys understanding what I'm trying to convey? So it's like when you see these two halves, two extremes, it's like, one extreme is all about wow factor, something like space shuttle or artificial intelligence. All these are very good things. In IEEE sessions, also a lot of learned people will keep talking about, okay, fine. If you're not doing research, it doesn't work. You should present papers. You should do this. Guys, that is one back end of an entrepreneur. If you believe, yes, research plays a very big role beyond entrepreneurship, because today, unless Google Maps have been developed by scientists or by Google, by engineers, they created a Google Maps all over the world. Without Google Maps, is it a possibility that Uber or Ola's or Swiggy's will run? Without Google Maps? No. That Google Maps is research. Google Map, because Swiggy pays royalty to Google. Why Google is becoming richer? Every startup which is using Google Maps have to pay royalty. We don't pay as individuals because we are not using it for commercial purpose. But all these Swiggy's, Rapidos, Ubers, Olas, they pay royalty to Google. Google charges them some charge by how much amount of data of maps being consumed by them. So the beauty here is how a startup or an entrepreneur will go is the back-end research, which is very crucial. So we need to identify ourselves that what suits us as a career, what type of a personality I am. Am I someone who is an entrepreneurial material? Am I an executive? Am I a speaker? Am I a marketing guy? Am I a research guy? How do you identify yourself? I found something which is very, very kind of a very unique kind of a report these days. I'm just typing the link. People can just take it. It's called as www. Okay, you just check one link which I have pasted in the chat. You can just check this link when you want to know about your own career. It's like just check whether this is one thing where I've built out of students' problem. Just check it, get a full report for it. You will know. Maybe you can try the test, post this session, get a full report, send a message. I'm available on all social media. Instagram, you can just search for Sri Charan Lakaraju. You can drop a message to me. Maybe you can just get connected. If you find this test will tell you whether what are you built for? What are you built like? What kind of a personality you are. Just drop a message to me on Instagram. You can follow me or you can drop a message if you like. So to sum it up, guys, like maybe I'm open for more questions from the people because people are from different parts of India. I would love to get connected. I'm kind of a more student kind of a person. Number one, have a definite purpose. Number two, have a right selection of a team. Number three, when you define things or get validated, know about things. Number four, understand whether you're relevant or not. Relevant to the current times. Number five, choose extremes. Either it should be a very sci-fi stuff or this should be very understood by a layman. That's when you take up entrepreneurship as a career. So I just wanted to give that link so that you can check whether you're suitable. You can, once you read the full report of yours, it's a kind of a self-analysis to know which career suits you. And you can send a screenshot of your full report. And it's not It's not something rocket science. And you can just text me on Instagram. I'm available there. And maybe for more doubts. So I'm happy to take Q&A. Hope I added some value to you guys. Hope this was not a waste of time for you or you learned something. Happy to listen feedback and questions from the audience. Good to see you around 50 people. And I expected more, but you'll always mange more. So and power and energy, I these are the two required qualities of an entrepreneur, because once you are an entrepreneur, you get power and energy to do lots of things. Yeah. I want to take feedback, Niharika or someone who is the MC, and others who want to ask questions. Happy to take few.
Now I request participants to ask any queries, if any, to the speaker.
I think I bored people. No one wants to reply on chat also. Okay. So everyone wants to ask the second question or the first? Guys, did I bore you? No one is asking any questions.
So can we speak or we have to type it out?
You can speak, man.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, like, when we hear about people and startup nowadays, so there is a dilemma within me. Like, there is one general approach of basic conventional businesses wherein you build the business to sustain your own life and build it in a way that it gives you sustainable monthly income, right? And second is the newer approach wherein you acquire a lot of number of users and then go the vesting route to get more funding, and on valuation basis you earn out of startup. So what type of approach is actually correct, or is should be preferred, like for a sustainable terms?
Very nice. See, Devansh is very simple. Do you know Zerodha, Devansh?
Yes.
So Zerodha, did Zerodha raise funds?
No.
Good. Are you following the latest news yesterday?
Yeah, it took funding recently, I guess, but it for a long time it was just bootstrapped, I guess.
It didn't take funding. It didn't take funding. The latest news is like the brothers who are running Zerodha, the Bangalore Kamats, Nikhil and Nitin. Yesterday, there was a big news saying that Zerodha's founders are taking 100 crores as salary per year. Did you see the news?
Yeah, I remember it saying on.
It's like 100 crores. They never raised funding. Zerodha platform, because of lockdown, lot of people got into trading or investing stocks. Before that, India's population, only 2% of people invest in stock market, 1 to 2%. So that startup, they never raised funding because that type of startup. There is another startup called Cred by Kunal Shah. They raised funding like anything. With an idea, they raised 100 crores. So again, which one is right path? There is nothing called right path or wrong path. Both are right. Mind you, both the paths are okay. But what suits your idea? Let's say in Zerodha, on from day one, you get commission. Some businesses give you revenue from day one. If you have a small amount of money to survive, that revenue will make that business profitable in a certain period of time. There is another type of business where you need to give lots of discounts, attract customers, but in the longer run, you will make money. So such second route people, so you should analyze your business, whether I'm having a proper revenue channel or not, whether I can make revenues or not, because it's a chicken egg problem. Some people say, I will gather users, then make revenue. That's also a fair deal. A lot of people become successful. But the first route of not getting into investors, building your product based on revenues is more acceptable. But scale, you should have lots of patience in this way. If you are not having patience, but you want to make more revenues, it will take time. There's another company called Freshworks out of Chennai, Fresh Desk. Now it is getting listed on New York Stock Exchange. Sorry? Okay, someone can switch off the mic. Okay, so Fresh Desk is raising funds through an IPO. It never raised a venture capital funding in its own journey. The reason is they have subscriptions, they have revenue. When they have revenues, it becomes very easy or difficult. Kindly mute. Uh, thank you. So when Freshdesk raises revenue, kind of a subscription revenue, it helps it in a very big way. There is no need for them to raise funds. The other way, Cred, Ola's, Paytms, they have to raise funds because they don't have revenue. They have their margins are very thin, but they attract more users. Then they start selling lot of things to users. Now you can do anything on Paytm because they want transactions to happen with the same crowd. That's the reason they started in the starting. They gave discounts because why they give discounts is unless you have funding, you can't give such discounts in Swiggy's and thing. Later you look at achieving profitability. But personally, if you ask me, I will choose the way in the first route where I have to create a basic revenue model first, properly earn through business itself, pay yourself, then look at scaling, then raise funds later. But first, have your basics right. That's more important. And if you have more doubts, you can reach out to me. I'm available on all social media with the same name, and you can check out the website too. Yeah. Thanks, Devansh. Suhas asked to find a purposeful problem. The empathization is one of the keys to find unmet, unarticulated needs of the people. How really we can empathize and find problems of the people where almost you find same solution to it when you Google it. See, guys, again, having solution is one half, Suhas. Lots of times it is overemphasized. We made idea as the most costlier commodity. But idea is the cheapest thing to have. Everyone has ideas. It's about execution. It's about finding a right team. That's the reason from the starting to now, I didn't say any popular idea. You should get ideas and stuff. The reason I said purpose. Yes, you have a purpose. A lot of other people are also doing it. But check how big is the market. The market size is very important. Unless you identify a purpose and identify a problem, after doing that, if you find it that a lot of similar solutions are there, but why you? If there is market size, I'm saying market size, and there's lots of people are potential customers, but there are only very few people who are doing it. 3 people. Still, there is space. And you can launch with certain things. You can launch with some that 80-20 Pareto rule, what they are not doing, what your competitors are not doing, and what a customer expects them to do, but they are not doing yet. When you do a survey, you expect like all the others should do something like this, and then you do that, people get attracted to you. The moment you attract people to do something unique, and later you do regular things also, it's okay. First, to start with, at least if you do something unique, people will get attracted. It's moment with when there are a lot of airline companies. Some new airline company comes and starts their business. They say, we will give free meals. Some attractive thing. They'll say some coupons, some nice legroom space, free upgrade. If they start the airline to new areas, people get attracted to the new stuff because people always want something new. So when you identify a problem and if there is already a solution, you really are getting connected to it. Start looking at market size. Start looking at what is that one X factor that which you add. Execution is the most important thing, not the idea. Yeah. Stay connected, Suhas. Thanks, man. So good to get some 2 meaningful questions. Hope if there are no more questions, I will love to hear a feedback from Niharika or someone. Hope this added value. Okay, feedback link is there. Okay, fine. But I just wanted to listen to a feedback to someone from someone on live.
I might likewise want to offer my thanks to our regarded speaker, Mr. Sri Charan Lakkaraju sir, founder of Stomax, who have acknowledged our encouragement to motivate by his words. Now I request to Sairam Rangaraju, Chairperson, IEEE PES SPC, Vaagdevi College of Engineering, to present the token of gratitude to Sri Charan sir.
Is someone on mute? Okay, presenting.
Now I request every participants to turn on the camera for a snap.
Who is clicking a snap, Niharika? People are too shy to have the cameras on, I guess.
Yes, sir, actually, they are very shy.
Okay, I think there might be nice jumpers in the night. Uh, so people don't want to be visible. Okay, Devansh is the first gutsy person to switch on his camera.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good guys. Stay connected. Happy to support you with whatever way I can. Any potential entrepreneurs, and I'm planning few initiatives. If you're staying connected to me on Instagram, uh, I'll share some more inputs. I'm planning to launch a few educational initiatives. Like I want to launch something like on the entrepreneurship front. Want to encourage some entrepreneurs, maybe as a career, maybe with their ideas, some best ideas. I might invest. Want to launch my own kind of a educational initiative in the terms of entrepreneurship. Because I'm not a teacher, kind of a teacher. I'm more like an entrepreneur. I keep it more natural rather than going through few slides. I'm not that professional as people expect to be. Uh, I know it's a professional society. I should have worn a blazer, but it's night, 8 o'clock. So I thought of giving a PowerPoint presentation, but it's not engaging to me. I doze off if someone talks on a PowerPoint. So stay connected. I'm launching few initiatives or the courses, and others also can work. If someone wants to work with us, do let me know on Instagram. I'll connect to my team. Lots of students from different parts. Let's stay connected. Let's do something together, and hope to see lots of entrepreneurs coming from this group, and always there to support you in your own colleges also. If there are any initiatives, do let me know. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
By this, I would like to wrap up the session. I thank each and every participant for your active presence in this event. It means a lot to us. Thank you.